list of things that I have to get fixed. So yeah, thanks for joining me for another video, or if you're here for the first time, hi, how are you? Nice to meet you. I just wanted to do a quick video showing you what books I received in the mail today, and two are very nostalgic from my childhood, and one was just a book that I was very curious about. So with no further ado, the first book that I have was one of my favourite books when I was a kid, and I remember I was not able to read at the time, and my friend, who was a year older than me, she kind of knew how to read, but I remember just being mesmerised by the pictures and the story, and it's a golden book, a Sesame Street golden book, called The Monster at the End of This Book. The Monster at the End of This Book. And it's Grover. I loved Grover as a kid, and Miss Piggy. But Grover was just my favourite, I think, my favourite gentle giant. Sorry if you can hear my stomach, I just ate pizza for dinner because I was starving, and it was delicious. So it says, The Monster at the End of This Book, starring lovable, furry, old Grover. And yeah, he was lovable, or is lovable, because I believe Sesame Street is still running. It was such a great show. This one's a hardcover, and the one that I had was a soft cover when I was young, and I had asked my mum, is it possible that you still have it somewhere? But she didn't, so I thought, I have to buy it. I don't know, lately I've just been feeling really nostalgic for things from my childhood, or even, when I was a teenager or in my 20s. Things just seemed more authentic back then. I mean, maybe they were to a degree, but yeah, nostalgia is always, we always remember things sort of in a romantic way. Well, I do anyway, and with a fondness. And I remember other little golden books, The Tawny Scrawny Lion and The Pokey Little Puppy, and was there another one called Tootle, which was a little red caboose, I think, or was that the little tugboat? I can't remember, it's so long ago. But yeah, when I see the pictures, it just takes me back. So you can see it's a very friendly beginner book because the words are so large on the page, lots of colour, very easy to understand. And Grover does not want us to turn the page because says, no, 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 you turn the page. Maybe you don't understand. There's a monster at the end of this book. So he's trying to tie the pages together with rope. Anyway, maybe I'll read it one day. We'll see. Yeah, it's just really cool, and I'm so glad that I got it. It makes me happy. So that's the first one. And the second one from my childhood that I remember, these are probably all from the late 70s, was called John Brown, Rose and the Midnight Cat. John Brown, Rose and the Midnight Cat. This one is a soft cover book. I'll just read the blurb for you. It says, Rose lived with her dog, John Brown. Okay, sorry about that. My my iPhone storage was full, so I had to delete a lot of things, and I'll just splice the video together. Hopefully that's not too jarring for you. But yeah, I was reading the blurb at the back, which goes like this. Rose lived with her dog, John Brown. We are all right, John Brown, says Rose. Just the two of us, you and me. But she reckoned without the mysterious midnight cat, and it was John Brown who realized that things were going to change. So from what I can remember about this book, a midnight cat, a black cat, comes to visit the two of them. I feel like the book may be a little bit sad, but I can barely remember it. But I might read it one day as well. But yeah, just really cool illustrations. With a lot of detail in them. Even without the wording, the pictures would tell the story as well. But you can tell it's very 70s from the type of illustration. So I'll read that another day when we have more time. If you'd like me to, you can let me know in the comments if you'd like me to read you a book, even though it's kids' books, that I don't mind. Like I said, I'm very nostalgic for the 70s, 80s, and definitely the 90s. And the last book that I got was basically just out of curiosity. I had heard a YouTuber, I don't know whether you know him, he's called Joe Rogan. Well, actually he's not on YouTube anymore, is he? I think he's on Spotify. But it just came up in a short, and he was talking to another one of his guests, and they were talking about, sorry if you heard my tummy, then I just ate pizza. He was talking about the Book of Enoch. There's actually I think 4 or 5 books of Enoch, and this I think is the complete series. Okay, it says complete large print. What I know of it is it was written possibly before the Bible, but don't quote quote me, but I believe Ethiopian Christians possibly use this as their Bible, and I believe Enoch is the father of Noah, and he's briefly mentioned in the Bible, but I think as he goes to heaven, something like that. But I'll read you what I googled about it. It just says, the Book of Enoch is an ancient Jewish apocalyptic work attributed to the patriarch Enoch, Noah's great-grandfather. It largely details the fall of angels, or otherwise known as the Watchers, who married human women, creating the Nephilim giants, and describes Enoch's journeys through heaven, future judgments, and messianic prophecies. So, they are ancient texts, apparently. I take everything with a grain of salt, but I had just never heard about the Book of Enoch before. I'm not very religious, but I did go to Christian high school, and it was Anglican, and I did go to church a little bit when I was little, and some Sunday school, but I had never heard of the Book of Enoch. Yeah, so I'm just very interested in reading about it, and these Nephilim giants marrying human women, and are we the product of that? I don't know. Anyway, yeah, so that's it from me tonight, and thank you so much for stopping by. Or if you're new here, hopefully you made it to the end. But yeah, I'll be back with another video soon.